Hello, welcome back to English with Eleanor. Today we're in the garden and having a coffee, and I'm going to use slow English to tell you about my experience learning languages. So I have learned a few different languages so far. I started learning French when I was probably 9 or 10 years old. And I started learning that through classes that my school offered. So I didn't have any private tuition or anything like that. It was just a class that was offered as part of my school day. And I really liked it. I don't know why, but I just really enjoyed those classes and the feeling of being able to say even something really basic in another language. It felt amazing. So when I went to secondary school, aged 11, I learned French on a more regular basis there. And I also started learning German. I enjoyed both of those languages, but when I was probably 17, I got a different teacher for German, and that made a huge difference to how much I enjoyed the language, because this teacher didn't really seem to inspire us to love the language. There were also entire parts of our final exam that she didn't teach us. So consequently, we got fail marks in that paper, even though we got better marks in the ones that she had prepared us for. So this experience with this teacher and the fiasco with the exam put me off German, kind of turned me a little bit against it. Also, I suppose I didn't enjoy it as much as French, not only because of the teacher, but also because of the sound of the language. German just, I'm sorry, but it doesn't sound quite as beautiful to me as French does. So I started learning Spanish in a night class. So after my school, I went to the college and I attended a night class in Spanish so that I could get a flavor for the language, and I could see if it was something that I wanted to continue later. So I enjoyed Spanish, and because I was not having a good experience with German and I really enjoyed French, I decided to study French and Spanish at university. So my experience studying these languages was in a quite controlled environment. So I was studying in a school situation, which meant that we were learning very systematically. We were learning grammar and vocabulary by topic, and we maybe weren't speaking a lot, but we were learning the basics of how the language worked. And then when I went to university, there was more of the same, more of this systematic learning of the language. When I was about 20, I went to Geneva for my Erasmus year. And when I was there, I stayed with a Swiss family. And I will never forget the first night that I spent with that family, because I arrived just in time for dinner, and the family had 3 children. The mum was pregnant with her 4th child, and there were 3 children there, and they were aged 7, 5 and 2. And I remember the 7-year-old girl asking me a question in French, and I didn't know what she was talking about. It took me a bit of time to figure out what she was asking and how to answer. It was about whether or not I liked organic food. And I remember feeling so lost because I had been studying French for like 10 years by that point. And at university and at school, I had very good grades, and I was writing essays about French politics and, deeper issues. But when it came to the everyday conversation and just talking casually with other people, that felt like the hardest thing I'd ever had to do. And now as a teacher, I see that with students as well, because they know some of the higher level vocabulary, but they really struggle when it comes to just maintaining a natural conversation. Now I am starting to learn Portuguese. Estou aprendendo português de una manera diferente. I'm learning Portuguese in a different way because I am learning it in a more communicative way. From the students that I have had, I have seen that there are basically 2 types of learners. There are the learners who learn very systematically, and they're afraid to speak if they don't know the grammar perfectly, or they don't know the vocabulary that they feel they need. So this fear of not being perfect almost prevents them from communicating. And then there are the other people who have no fear of communicating, and they can talk and talk and talk, but it's not grammatically accurate, and maybe they don't have the correct vocabulary. But they learn to communicate earlier, and I think that gives them the confidence to continue learning and continue communicating and building. And that confidence is very motivational. So with Portuguese, I am learning not systematically at all, because if you asked me to do a grammar exercise, I would probably be lost. But I can maintain a basic level of conversation with a person who is a native speaker when I need to. And so it has been really interesting for me to compare these 2 ways of learning, because they both have pros and cons. And I think it's probably best, like in most situations, to find a middle ground and to find a situation where you have enough confidence to communicate, but you are still concerned about the way that you are speaking and the grammar that you are using and the vocabulary that you need. So it's not easy to find this middle ground, and it takes practice. It's always good to have people to talk to so that you can practice your language, and it's even better if they are people who are sympathetic and understanding and who aren't going to laugh at your mistakes or criticize you for not being perfect. So I don't know about you. I don't know what your language learning experience has been like. Maybe you can identify with one of these types of learners that I was talking about. Let me know in the comments, because I'm curious, and let me know what languages you have been learning. probably English, but maybe there are others too. So let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.